got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined. I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not rock with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. Unlike Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams unrefined, spring to mind, a state of mind that make it seem this lucky life of mine is pre-designed. And if it is, then thank the Lord, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Oh, yes, Lord.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, they can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Well, he certainly had his ups and downs since being the second overall selection back in 2017. But when he's on, Mitchell Trubisky shows all the attributes you're looking for in a quarterback. Big arm, excellent legs for mobility. His key, being consistent.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have the Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 56 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try to put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ahead of the chains now, second and 2. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. There's a nice move, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Trubisky. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Anthony Walker able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, set this one off target.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Handoff comes to Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. Wiggles free. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Chubb will get the call running left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker.
But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and inches, Trubisky.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguess themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to a 1st down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
On 1st down, it's Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be third down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
From the gun on third, Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A give. This is Chubb. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Steelers. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Watson off play action. Rolling to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now it's Watson. Flush to his right.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cooper. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a fourth down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
The return is Olszewski.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Trubisky on 1st down.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Here's Freiermuth again.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
A very important third down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Trubisky will throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And he is out of bounds here. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation. And taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
2nd and 11 now. Watson now to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now Watson. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is indeed good. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 10. Just under 2 minutes to go. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here, knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Throwing now is Trubisky.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Trubisky to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Trubisky. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands 16. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.